Hi guys, so today actually I didn't have any plans, but one of my friends sent me this question and I think that it's a worth of try. So I'm gonna take this question. This question is from 2022 May June paper 0606 22 paper variant 22. This is an additional mathematics paper 2. So I want to focus specifically. Actually, this paper is quite hard. I did the whole paper. It was quite hard. I also tried already. But there was one question I wanted to discuss, and it's this question right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna read through the question. So I see the diagram shows part of a line y equals to 1 and one complete period. This one, do highlight this part, is very important. And one complete period of the curve y equals to 1 plus cos x, where x is in radian. The line PQ is a tangent to the curve and PQ and the curve at P and Q, okay? The line QR is parallel to the y-axis, okay? Area A is enclosed by the line y equals to 1 and the curve area B is enclosed by the line y equals to 1, the line PQ and the curve. Given that area A is ratio to area B is 1 to K, find the exact value of K. So now it wants the exact value, so it doesn't want. So I think it's expecting us not to use the calculator for this question, hopefully. Okay. So when it comes to this question, what is actually very important? Firstly, you have to know the cos graph, the adaptation of a cosine graph. So it will be something like this. Let me just sketch it out for you guys. So this is 1, this is -1, and then this is pi over 2. This part is pi. This part is 3 pi over 2. This is the most important when it comes to cosine graph. So now plus 1. Plus 1, right? From this graph, what I can get from this info so far is this P is 2. Because it's translated to up 1. So I'm just going to sketch here 0, -1. So I plus 1 to each side. Your answer is going to be 2, 1, 0. So this is 0. This middle one is 1. So this is so far that what I know. So I'm going to label this coordinate as don't know. I'm going to label is maybe just label lah. Okay, x this part lah. I may have to find these two coordinates to continue working on lah. So I need to find the intersection. So let's start. So before that, you guys can have a go on this question. Yeah, have a go on this question, and yeah, maybe yeah. All right, but I'm just going to share the answers. So firstly, what would I do? So I need to find the intersection. So I'm gonna set these two equations, 1 plus cos x, and the other one is y equals to 1. So I'm gonna label it as 1 and 2. So make 1 equals to 2. So I know that 1 plus the cosine of x is equals to 1. So I know that cos x is equals to 0. So if you know your identities well, you will know that x has to be equals to pi over 2. And straight away, the reflect angle is 3 pi over 2, because pi plus pi over 2 is 3 pi over 2. It's on quadrant 3. And also you can look it by the graph lah. So from here, I can already ensure this part is pi over 2. And this part, this part is 3 pi over 2. And then from here I can already know, since it's like the stationary point, or we can say the turning point, so the turning point has to be the middle, so which is pi. Okay, now let's start. So this question might be a little bit tricky. Okay, firstly, what can I do? I know that this part is 1, and then this part is also 3 pi over 2 minus pi over 2, which is 2 pi over 2, which is pi. So this part has a total area of pi. So I'm just gonna change to another color. So I'm gonna start finding already. Let's start finding area A. So area A, it has to be the total area, which is 1 times pi. So 1 times pi minus, so I have to take this integral, this and this. So it's going to be 2 times, because they are the same, these two are the same area. So I can say that 2 big multiply by the integration of, from, I'm just gonna put this up, pi to pi over 2. Pi to pi over 2, because calculation might be easier. And then it is bounded under the curve of 1 plus cos x. So 1 plus cos x dx. So from here, because I multiply by 2, that means I'm removing these two, you can find area A. So I'm just gonna simplify it real quick. So pi minus 2, so integration, this is x, I know that, hold on, let me just write it down, 2 multiplied by big multiplication, sorry, and then this is 1 plus cos x. So I want to integrate 1 plus cos x. So 1 is going to be x. So cos x, you have to remember when I differentiate cos x is negative sine x, while when I differentiate sine x, you get cos x. So when I just gonna write a note here, so d dx of cos x is equals to negative sine x. This is very important. While if I differentiate sine x, you'll get cos x. So when I integrate cos x, eventually you realize that you'll get sine x. So pi over 2, big bracket. So now I can do pi minus 2 and then sub in the value. So pi plus sine pi minus pi over 2 minus sine pi over 2, big bracket. So from here you can simplify it to pi minus 2. So pi plus sine pi, which is also sine 180. So sine 180, I think it should be 0. So pi is just pi only, no? Because this one is your trigonometry identity. You have to really know this side. Because, yeah, 90 degrees, yeah, it's correct. Because 180, the reflex angle is 0. So sine 0, 0. So minus pi over 2 minus sine pi over 2. So negative sine 90. No, negative. So sine 90 is 1. Where sine 0, 0. Yeah. Sine, yeah, okay. So sine pi over 2. This is plus. Sorry. So, yeah, now I simplify it, minus pi over 2 plus 1. So just put it as pi over 2 first. Pi over 2 plus 1. Hold on, sine 180 should be 0. Let me just make sure. Yeah, 0. So eventually you will realize that you will get pi minus 2. Pi minus pi over 2 is pi over 2. And then minus 1. Simplify. Pi minus pi plus 2. So you'll get 2 units. So this is for area B. So now I'll area A, sorry. Now I'll continue with area B. So to find area B, same thing. I may have to do an integrate. I have to integrate as well. So I have to calculate the total this time, minus this whole part and this whole part, including A. So you may be asking me, how is that even possible to do? Wow, it's quite possible. We can take integration. The total area is, so this is 2 pi. This is 0. So this is 2 pi. So I can take 2 times 2 pi and then integrate these 2 pi and then minus A. So yeah, let's do it now. So area B is equals to, this is a big equation, 2 times 2 pi minus 2 times the integration of pi from pi to 0. So pi to 0 is the limit 1 plus cos x dx, and then integrate minus, what is the unit? 2 units. So yeah, this is the big integration. So simplify this, you'll realize that you get 4 pi minus 2, then this is same thing, x plus sine x, and then pi 0 minus 2. Simplify through even more, so 4 pi minus 2 big bracket pi plus sine pi, sine 180 is 0, so pi plus sine pi, I just slowly do lah, minus, so this one you'll get 0 plus sine 0 minus 2. Sine 0, this whole thing cancels out, and then I'm just left with this, so it goes to 4 pi minus 2, this whole thing is pi only, because pi plus 0 is pi, and then yeah, minus 2. So here you will realize that you get 4 pi minus 2 pi minus 2, so 2 pi minus 2 bracket units. Okay, so now I have to make it into like this form, area A to area B. So area A to area B is actually equals to 1k, which is also equivalent to area A is 2, and then this is 2 pi minus 2 units. And then simplify it, you'll realize that 1k is equals to 2 multiplied by 1, then 2 multiplied by pi minus 1. Cancels it out. So 1k is actually equals to 1 pi minus 1. So by comparing, you will realize that k is actually equals to pi minus 1. And we are done. That's all. So it's quite long. How many marks is it? It's a big 9-mark question. It even gave you additional space. But yeah, I didn't use it this well. So what I did, I calculated the stationary points, like each points where they meet. Then I slowly do the integration to find area A and area B. And then after that, I just compare it with both of them. So you have to know your trigonometry integration, trigonometry, you have to know the adaptation of the cosine graph as well. So these two are very important in this question. So I'm going to open the mark scheme. Yep, alright. So it says that full, complete the action to find the first area, A or 1 over 2A or B or 1 over 2B. So I straight away found A and B, which is good. I got 5 marks from that already. Okay. So you guys can read through it if you like to. And then it says full, complete an action method to find the second corresponding area. So it means that find A and then find B. So I found A and then I found B. Then what is that? And then it says k equals to pi over 1, and then all the previous mark allowed like this. So yeah, it allows unsimplify, but what I do, I just simplify it. So yeah, k is equals to pi minus 1, but it also depends on your mark. So if you can get the full marks on here already, you are not required to make it like this. But yeah, you are not used to it already, so you are used to it to make it simplify. So yeah, so CAO means correct answer only, by the way. So yeah, yep, I think that's all. So you have to know integration. This question requires integration. Very important integrations, identity, and also yeah, your adaptation of the cosine graph. Yeah, so that's all for this. This is May June 2022 paper variant 2, question 11. And yeah, thank you very much. And please subscribe if you like this content, and let me know any other contents that you like to see.